a group of strangers receive a mysterious message from an old friend from a planet of synthetic life. When tragedy strikes, these intrepid heroes, or should we say intrepid investigators, must solve a murder in Metal City. I'm Jason, and I'll be your GM for this neon-tinted noir mystery.
The name's Tim. I'm wearing the shoes of Dexter Rayne, a shameless, a gumshoe, pounding the pavement in the guts of striving, looking for trouble. And sister, trouble always finds me.
I'm Isis, and I'm playing Voss Seltee, a snarky medical drama actress.
I'm Rue. I use they, he, or Z pronouns, and I'm playing Whose Boughs Are Lit Within, Boughs for short, an inflorescent Kizar Solarian who's a ray of sunlight from the chilling depths of the ice wells.
I'm Jocelyn, and I'm playing Together in Electric Dreams, a contemplative technomancer seeking the spark of life.
I'm John, and I'm playing Xabi Fraglorious, an elder skittermander with a penchant for explosions.
And I'm Alex, and I'll be playing Patsy Van Dyne, a rat about town with her nose in everybody's business.
And now, on with the episode. All right, here's the straight dope. We're back for another episode. Previously, our intrepid investigators were questioned by a Lashunta Flatfoot named Lieutenant Hessop. They played it close to the chest, not trusting Insight Array security to find their charging ports with both their hands. After hours of being questioned, the group went off to get some shut-eye, only to wake up to a hinky message from a stranger inviting them to a memorial service for the Tier 99 professor the next day. As our investigators plan to split up to follow several leads in the case, will they find themselves in hot water? All right. We've got some splitting ups. I love it. Split up the party, always a good idea. So we've got some people heading out to try to get to Tier 99's charging platform apartment, essentially, heading back to that building. A couple people for that. We've got some people heading out to Theology Channel to possibly an internet cafe where that message was sent from. And then we have a couple people going to Striving Polytechnica to meet up with the professor's sort of teaching assistant. I didn't decide ahead of time who was going to go first, so does anyone have any thoughts on that? Does anyone jump in with their investigations? Then I will pick randomly. All right. Okay. So let's say the charging platform is probably the closest to the cafe and all your bits. Where you're meeting up the next morning to sort of plan all this out. And so Xabi and Patsy, you head up to this building again. It's a familiar sight, made slightly different from the fact that there's at least one Anasite security bot kind of standing outside the front doors, checking people, and basically any Anasites look they live there that can go on in, but essentially obviously the first floor being sort of a murder scene, it's a little cordoned off. How do you plan on getting in and through all this and possibly sneaking by or something else?
Well,
How tall is this building?
It's a couple
You said this before.
for sure.
It's like a squillion. It's so tall.
I keep saying 2,000 stories, but it's not 2,000 stories. It's 2,000 some feet tall.
Oh.
Yeah, I keep saying 2,000 stories.
200 stories. Great. Okay.
Yeah, it's only like 200 stories. Exactly.
Still, that's a lot to try and climb, I think.
Yeah. Unless he's on a low floor. Do we know what floor he's on? We accessed.
You know where? Yes, you accessed. You know which apartment Tier 99 professor has, basically.
But
it's like floor 75.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's a little high to be climbing.
Mm-hmm. But all we need to do is bypass the lobby. All we need to do is get to the second floor.
Sure.
And then
Patsy's
we can take
a little
the lift
nervous
up.
about what you're proposing here. Say more.
Well, maybe there's service corridor or something, that we could access and go up and then get to the second floor, then take the lift from there.
There's an interesting idea. Can we sort of do as casually as possible? Can we just like do a lap around the building? There's like obviously an anesite at the front door. Are there
Yeah.
Not running.
anesites at other doors?
Oh, right. As if there's a back way in.
Yeah. Back way that we could just
good
slip
question.
in through. That seems great.
Yeah, out of the lobby, right? We're not going to go to the lobby, which is cordoned off,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
some
yeah.
other way that
Right.
might have a service corridor or elevator.
Service
or something.
elevator. Yeah. Why don't I'll tell you this? Why doesn't one of you? No, you don't both need to make a stealth check, but why doesn't one of you make a stealth check for me? Whoever wants to be responsible for that.
Why don't I do it? Just because if I get in trouble, I can talk myself out of it, possibly.
Okay.
I feel like your backup plan will be explosions. So I'll just do a spin around the building, and we'll
it's just
do
for
little
that.
Make a
and-
distraction.
I will just
no.
I will mutter a quick request to grandmother under my breath to help me out.
Mhm.
And hope that Xabi doesn't hear it.
That
and roll a
is
natural 20. I am
nat
the
20,
sneakiest
yes.
Isoki on the planet.
Or the most
So, yeah,
blessed, one of the two. I'm not sure.
Fourth, yeah.
both. Why not both? And so you kind of peek around, Xabi. This is basically for both of you essentially, right? So
Oh.
you're sort of tagging along Xabi, and Patsy, you do spot like essentially a service entrance that does not that appears to be currently unguarded and currently propped open by a bit of metal.
Well, that's just poor security. It's like they're begging us, really.
We should check out the security in there to make sure it's safe.
We should, I'm just worried about our friend Shalala Malulu. There's been a murder in this building. What if there's
Yes.
another one? I don't know why I'm justifying this to you. We both know what let's just go.
Okay. You're rehearsing.
You're right. I'm proud. You're right. Yeah, just
So you
slip in.
Yeah, you slip in, find basically a service elevator pretty easily, and head on up to the 75th floor, and basically find the apartment. Right. There's like there's a single sort of corridor that sort of runs around most of the floor, and there's like a door every like 3 feet or so, and these are clearly sort of tightly packed quarters.
Yeah.
And so you're able to, you have it. None of them are exactly like, well, they're labeled with like clearly a number letter code. They're not labeled with like people's names or anything like that. But the sort of the code that you're looking for. It's like 47/75/B. And so to get that, but the door is locked.
Don't suppose the professor entrusted you with a key to his place, did he?
No, I have this universal key I can try.
Are you holding a grenade, Xabi?
No, I am hacking it.
Oh, you really are hacking.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm hacking that. What are you talking about? That's the other universal key.
26 on that. So yeah, you're able to sort of like it does appear that there are sensors next to every door. It's not like a key code or anything to enter in. It's probably like a
right,
for lack of a better word, a biometric sensor. Obviously not necessarily obviously not biological, but yeah, you're able to sort of like get in there, pop off the cover and sort of like cross a couple wires and whatnot, and door opens up. This the charging platform is not very big. 2 of you could fit in there because you are a Skittermander and a Yusoki, and it wouldn't be that uncomfortable, that crowded. But
we
it
should
is
get in here out of
the
the hallway for now.
I suppose. I'm glad we didn't bring Boughs.
It is basically the size of a small walk-in closet, not even a big walk-in closet.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a
Patsy,
phone
you've
booth.
got a bigger closet.
Very luxurious, yes.
There's there's enough room for the 2 of you to stand here without like getting too familiar with each other. And so again, but for the most part, there's not like furniture in here for sure, right? There is essentially a computer console and a shutter that is currently closed, but that is basically facing the outside that would open up to basically let all of the Avalon sun in for that, and essentially like a solar panel like structure on the floor where an anasite would stand to charge up. Yeah. There's nothing else sort of incriminating like lying on the ground. Nothing obvious like that. It's almost you would be if you weren't sure that this was the professor's charging station, you wouldn't know it off the top of just by looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might we
Well, I mean,
search for
there is a
any
computer.
hidden? Well, we could check that, but there might be a hidden panel in here too.
Why don't I do that and you do computer things? That's not really my whole deal.
All right. I'll try the computer thing again.
Yeah, and I just want to like make a perception check just to like search the room, which I'm sure will take shorter than it takes to try and hack the computer.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I do okay at this hacking stuff though.
Ooh,
Oh, and
I do
you-
great at this perception thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
killing it.
25 and a
Sorry,
26.
everyone, we're using the good rolls.
Using up all the good digital rolls. Indeed. So, Patsy, you kind of peek around a bit to kind of look for some sort of maybe hidden panel or what have you. It does look like there's
Sorry,
one
could
thing.
you just move your foot a little bit? I need to check under. Okay.
It's right down near the floor. It's almost like not quite the floorboard exactly, but or the wainscoting. Neither of these things exist in this room. It's all metal, of course.
Right.
But there is a sort of a small panel that you can kind of pull aside to show a space that's maybe about the size of a shoebox. It doesn't look like
Sure.
there'd be much room in between the walls. The walls here in between each of these sort of quote unquote apartments. It is empty, but it does look like there. For lack of a better word, you find a bunch of metal flakes in there. Like something was in here, probably I'm going to say recently, but something was in here at some point,
Sure.
and has having a little bit of like minor deterioration to it, leaving behind some residue. Let's call it residue, not flakes, exactly.
Sure. Yeah. So this is like obviously not something scraped against the wall, and this is bits of the wall. This is like whatever was in here left this behind.
It's not bits of the wall. You're pretty sure that the residue is there's sort of these walls are pretty. I'm not going to call them not high grade kind of aluminum kind of stuff that is almost starship bulk, starship hull, starship bulkhead. That's the word I'm looking for. Bulkhead quality. But this residue is sparkly almost. It's almost like a kind of glitter.
Crafting maybe to figure out something about it.
Sure. Well, let's get you your hacking stuff first.
Okay.
Be able to get into the professor's sort of personal computer here. Essentially, this is where they might be to download some of their files or upload stuff, do searches while they're in what's kind of known as deep sync. It's a kind of a kind of sleep mode, basically. And a lot of the fair recent entries, searches seem to be I would say the most interesting. There's obviously so you can go way back.
Should I
it's clear
clear this browser history? Is that what you're saying?
No. You don't have to worry about that.
I did.
He's got incognito mode on there.
That's a pretty sexy model of toaster.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Playbot.com.
no.
Okay.
Popular
Anyway.
mechanics.
popular and sexy mechanics. We apologize for that. Anyway, so weirdly, there is
so
a search for Fraglorious, which is like in a different system. It is a what is it now? A gas giant with many moons in a completely different system. Looks like he's doing some research on that for some reason. And then there's a lot of search for an individual named Zirem, which is familiar name. If you remember that from a couple sessions ago, Zirem.
Yeah.
There isn't much on that person. It doesn't look like they exist. It seems like the professor did not have a good didn't have good results searching for this particular name. There's also a search for just a phrase Akaton Wreck. And finally, another name that is actually familiar to Patsy. A name that is Vasil. I'm not going to pronounce this one. Vasilisa. Almost a complete palindrome there. Patsy, you know Vasilisa as a Vesk who runs in the same circles as you.
Mm-hmm.
She is kind of a high stepper, a fancy lady who frequents the what's the magenta orbital pleasure platform, or just something they call magenta. It's basically an orbital platform bar and casino.
Yeah, absolutely. Where you go to have a good time, of course.
Yeah, you might have been there a few times yourself.
Oh, well, who hasn't in my circles? I mean, I'm not a regular by any stretch, but a girls' night. Vasilisa, how well do I know her? Is she newer on the scene, or is she like a long time kind of stalwart? Like, has she been here as long as I have?
She hasn't been here as long as you and your family has, but she's been here for a year or two, I would say.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So let's check out the flakes, and then we can cut to somebody else because we've collected some clues here. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Interesting.
All right. So I want to just do a quick crafting. Is that appropriate?
Yeah. Give me a quick crafting check. Yeah. That's appropriate.
Oh, I know nothing.
We've reached the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
It is whatever it is. You do not know what it is. It does appear to be made of a material that you've never seen before. Whatever it is.
You know what? I don't know that I'm going to be making many more rolls, so I'm going to hero point this.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, sure.
How do I re-roll this with
Why
hero
not?
point? I don't see the
right click.
You should be
right
click
click.
on
oh,
it.
right click. Oh, you got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's a tiny bit better.
Basically 10 better.
I'm going to tell you this. You still don't know what it is. It is very. You're pretty sure. It's again, it's a material that you've never worked with or seen before, and that is also a bit of information, right?
That is good. We
should. You're now sure of
carefully,
not just the
carefully collect some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I pull out like my cosmetic bag and find like a little sort of empty or like half empty container that I can put some of this into and just seal it up. I assume that's going to be the closest Patsy has to any kind of lab equipment.
Sure, that makes sense. It makes sense. Perfect. Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, we should skedaddle post haste.
Okay. Shall we? Let's head up to Theology Channel, up by the Glass Sea. Voss and Dex. Maybe you take some transit out that way. And again, as you sort of approach the Glass Sea just sort of reflects the sunlight, Mablon, and it's almost impossible to look at. It's so shiny. And you get to this sort of like almost wharf-like area, just sort of by that in the corner of Theology Channel, this neighborhood of temples and whatnot. And so you find this internet cafe from where the message originated. It's basically it's just called the Glass Sea Cafe.
Original.
Yeah. It's not very fancy. It's actually tucked in basically the first floor of a much larger building that probably has like a corporation in it or something like that, right? Or maybe some sort of the corporate office is some mega church. But it's there. It's maybe got like 6 booths all told, and a sort of a front counter. behind which
Okay.
a Kasatha is working.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right. I guess
as we
step
roll
on
in,
in.
you know what I'm gonna do. That's odd.
What?
What's off about this place?
What's unusual about this place? Maybe it's not super unusual, given to where it is. But the Kasatha is also is selling like what look to be almost you imagine are religious trinkets, mostly triune blood, religious trinkets.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's also
And
got
is
essentially
there?
a sort of a the 3-circle triune like holy symbol on a chain around her neck.
Okay.
Any cameras around?
There don't appear to be cameras here.
Hmm.
It doesn't appear to be that
Okay.
large of a place that, or
Hmm.
or upscale, not upscale enough, but just sort of like enough to have that kind of technology in it. They just have the computer stations.
Sure.
Okay.
Rookie mistake, but all right. Uh So, we'll step on inside. Is there anyone else in here? Like, can we see people in the booths from this area?
Currently, no one is here besides the proprietor or
Besides the Kasatha?
employee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, well, what are we trying to do here? I guess we have traced this call down to this area.
Right. So I think what we need to do is squeeze the proprietor to get some information on whether or
Information.
not,
Yeah.
yes, what was it this morning that this was sent out?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically about like a couple hours ago. Well,
Okay.
yeah, a couple hours ago. Probably while you were sleeping. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, wait. It
Ah,
showed up at
so
like 6 a.m. and we were all asleep. Uh,
yeah.
so we need to get see if we can have them identify like maybe who was here at that time. They
Mhm.
can
yeah.
tell us anything about it, and I might be able to hopefully maybe hack into one of these and see if I can
Yeah, maybe you can
get
grab
more
some
information
data.
at the source.
All right.
They
Yeah.
signed in as
So,
somebody,
yeah.
Yep. All right.
so do
I
your
will step
sparkle
up to this.
magic.
Yeah. I will step up to this Kasatha.
Mhm.
Uh well, hello there. I see you well, business certainly is booming, I guess. Look, I wanted to ask a few questions of you. Do you are you guys open at 6 in the morning? First of all?
Oh, no. We don't open until about 8.
Okay. So, do we okay, so was that message to us sent before that time? So does it
It doesn't look like. No, it's probably right
Okay,
about
okay.
then is when it was sent.
Okay.
If you went
All
with
right,
that
that's fine. That's fine.
big roll that Tim made last session.
Okay.
It was
So
sent about
that's
like 8:30, 8:45, and you didn't
Okay.
guys
sure.
didn't get until like 10 or 11 when you woke up.
Sure. Sure. I just want to make sure this wasn't like sent while this place was closed and someone like broke
Yeah,
into
fair
this
enough. Yeah.
place or was using its address or whatever. All right. Did you have any people that came by here that morning? You see, I'm trying to locate a friend of mine who supposedly was down in this area earlier, and I haven't heard from them all day.
Oh, what does your friend look like?
Well, you know, that's kind of complicated. They're an internet friend, so
Oh, I
I don't
understand.
know. You
Mm,
know how it is. But
mhm.
I know they
Yes,
tend to
yes.
send out things from here. Supposedly, this is the closest place to where they live.
Okay. How's your? This feels like a deception check to me
Yep.
instead of
Yep.
diplomacy. So yeah, give me a little deceivings.
Sure.
Ooh, that looks good.
Hey,
26 total,
26.
19 on the dice. Looking great. Oh no, we understand. Infosphere friendships. Having making them and and making them the transition to real life is one of I would say one of our many joys in life. Yes, that's there was someone was here this morning. We only had between that time one customer come in for about 10-15 minutes. Must have sent you a message from that terminal over there. And then they left. They paid
Huh.
the rate and left.
I see. Uh, do you know what they may have looked like? It's strange that I haven't heard from them all day. I'm worried. The streets of striving. They're not they're not
Yes,
the
I do. I
kindest
do.
to us all.
I know. Yes. Try and bless us. We do our best. And actually, there was one thing that I almost forgot. They made a purchase. Besides the time
Oh.
on the computer console, but they bought something. And she sort of gestures with one of her arms at the sort of stuff that's on display behind her, and like, oh,
Mhm.
it's not quite in glass cases. It's kind of just on some shelves. Seem to be some sort of trinkets and whatnot. A couple, holy symbols and a couple books, pamphlets, probably. One would say, electronic pamphlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I did notice that couldn't they were bundled up, wearing
Oh,
a
sure.
coat, of course. But I for sure couldn't help but notice that they were a Kizar.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
that's
Yes, if
rather
that's your
distinct.
type.
That's rather distinctive. Yes.
Yes.
Well, that is helpful for me to learn. Thank you very much. Well, I will do my best to try and flag them down again.
Oh, of course. Wish you luck.
Mhm.
Okay, while
Uh,
she is doing that whole
yeah.
thing, as soon
Yes.
as
Yeah,
she says, "At that computer right over there," I run over to the
sure.
computer, feed it
Yeah.
some credits, and get to
Right.
work. See if I
Okay.
Great.
can
Find out
uncover.
who was there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see that roll.
This.
Computers roll.
Oh
Ooh,
nope.
2
That's
on the
going to be a hero point.
dice. There you go.
That's a hero point.
Yep.
That's a hero point.
That's a hero point.
That's much better. 22
That's
total.
better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the security on this thing is not like great or anything, obviously, right? So you get in there, tinker around a little bit, try to find out. And it is sort of like someone's signed in this morning. Doesn't look like anyone's actually used this terminal since then. And
Mhm.
you kind of like note that they kind of basically sent signed in an anonymous fashion, right? They didn't necessarily use their a normal handle, like
Right.
signed in with their normal Gmail kind of thing, right? They didn't, they just kind of signed into
Sure.
an anonymous, message sending protocol. Did have the savvy enough to sort of bounce it about and send it to all of you. It seemed that they there's and nothing else on there is like they weren't like searching for your names or whatever on the infosphere.
Mhm.
Before that, it seemed whatever they seem to knew your names.
Yeah.
There is a before that though. There is a couple searches that seem to be looking for spaces in Theology Channel that can have this kind of memorial hologram service that they invited you to.
Mm.
And they seem to find a spot that is essentially rentable, for lack of a better word, that is at the coordinates that they gave you. And they book that
Right.
for a couple of days.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
They do that. They book that on this
Yes, on this computer. Yeah.
terminal.
Yes, they
Can
did.
I trace that? Or
Yeah,
is
you're
that
like, hold on.
Yeah.
is that part of the
Yeah.
thing?
Give me
Like,
another
okay,
computers check.
okay.
Doop-a-doop. Another good roll. 12 nice. 20. Yeah, I think you can note that they were, so again, kind of did a little bit of this shunting. They were just computer savvy enough to do a little bit of like masking of their identity. But not computer savvy enough to like, they've had to pay for this, and they had to sort of send some credits through
Yeah.
through
Use the real
a
credit
payment
card?
service. Well, they didn't use a real credit. Maybe they used
Yep.
like their real sort of like like credit account, or
Yeah.
didn't have a way to sort of like mask that. And you do get a name. Let me get it real quick here. As I try to remember what it is. Just gonna bring this over here so I'm not looking to the side. Yeah. So I'm working on 2 monitors. And their name is the following. Spring shoots emerging through frost,
Oh,
which is
there you
a
go.
Kezar name for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Spring shoots.
Yeah.
Just shorten it
Or
all up.
spring or frost. Depending on, yeah. There is, you also just sort of get the, as you're sort of like looking into this, and you just, you're tech savvy enough to realize that there's someone else has done these searches as well. Not from this computer, though, from sort of an outside source. But not these searches, but like someone else has gotten this information as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
following this person, and whatnot for figuring out where they might have been looking for stuff for Tier 99 Professor.
So we're not alone. Somebody else beat
No.
us to it.
That information, though, is that you know that someone has also sort of accessed this information, but they're way more computer hacking savvy that they have covered their tracks completely. Much in the same way that all that, like a lot of like stuff has been, video footage has been erased and whatnot. It could,
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that tells me though that this quote unquote friend is more likely to be helpful than hurtful if someone is also tracking their movement.
Yeah.
Because
do we have any idea who this is? You gonna make me do another search? Or
yeah,
can
are we gonna
can I just do an
If you
open
wanna-
like
just
wanna
Google
just do
his
like-
look him up?
name?
Yeah.
If you just want to like info search the name, you can.
Yeah.
And then you don't want me to make a check for that because it's
Okay.
pretty good. You find, I think the biggest thing is what the infosphere knows is that they run basically sort of I guess for lack of a better word, like a chalet that's at a
Chalet.
ice well. If I think about it, the teardrop ice well. It's basically where you would start your descent into the ice well.
Okay.
And that is about a couple days. Well, no, sorry. A day on foot if you were walking, but like a couple hours in a vehicle, right? Away, away from driving.
So it's
Well,
a ways. All right.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to disobey our friendly police force.
Apparently so, yeah.
Well, we should probably
Stay
circle.
down, you know.
We should probably circle around with the others and see what they found.
Yeah.
All right. So let's.
And I buy a trinket.
Over. Yeah. And you
You
want to
buy
buy
a
something?
trinket?
Sure.
Yeah.
You want to buy
Sure.
a triune holy symbol? A little.
Sure.
I'll buy a triune holy symbol. It's fine.
All right, fair enough. This is just 3 little rings that will link together.
Yeah.
Looks nice. They're cheap, but they're not awful.
Sure.
The Kasatha thanks you. All right, we move on to the university, Polytechnical University, where Boughs and Dreams are heading in. Again, this is a sort of a ecology kind of building. It doesn't have it's not a campus per se. It is another sort of just one building that has lots of floors that are sort of different classrooms and whatnot. And since this is a anesite university, it's a lot of classrooms that are like you plug yourself in to learn virtually and that kind of stuff. And as soon as you sort
I
of
wish I could
go
just
ahead.
download my college classes
Right,
directly
exactly.
into my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
That would've been
in
great.
this sense, you still have to do things. It's more virtual than it is sort of full matrix upload into your brain. But it would have been nice to not have to like sit in a classroom exactly or whatever. Do the labs in a safe way where you don't accidentally make a bunch of chlorine gas. Anyway, that didn't happen to me. Shush. I did something less dangerous than that. I flooded a lab once. It's a long story.
Okay.
One
Anyway,
you will tell us later.
I'll tell you all later. And it's why I'm not a biochemist and why I work in role-playing games now. Let's just say that. You kind of go enter the building, and when you do, you get a ping on your comm units from like moments later from erudite collaborator, who is the professor's teaching assistant, right? And they sort of it's like, oh, you're here. Oh, good. Meet me on this floor. Yeah. So, Dreams, you're familiar with this building, of course. You work here. You know all the all where your classrooms are, and where your offices are up here. Tierney has an office up, sort of probably right next to yours. But this is not. You're not being pointed in that direction. You're kind of pointed in sort of when you get there, an empty lecture hall. When I say hall, it's not very big. It's basically like the size of a bedroom, essentially, with lots of sort of like little consoles on it. And erudite collaborator is waiting there for you. I'm going to show you what they look like. This is going to be they have a weird, oddly scary kind of art. Don't be frightened.
Ooh, I see what you mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the red eyes, I think, but they are kind of, I guess one would say, sort of skinny for an anacyte. They don't have the sort of massive spider-like carapace. They are a little, almost praying mantis kind of chassis. You're not seeing the back in that piece of art, but they have kind of like that skinnier back kind of situation. And he's like, thank you for coming. And he shuts the door. Oh, I think we'll be safe to talk here. Dreams. Oh, you're here as well. Thank you. Oh, good. Two of you who know the professor quite well. So
wait, why are we meeting here?
Well, I think I've been being watched. I couldn't meet out when I leave the university. I think I'm occasionally I'm followed or something. Someone is watching. But I figure if they don't think me, and the two of you who have worked with the professor in Dreams, this is your place of work as well. They won't be suspicious and won't be trying to eavesdrop on this conversation.
Is
that okay?
Think they've? Yes. Do you think they've bugged the professor's office?
Oh, I hope not. But the professor was also quite worried about that in the past few weeks. So I would want to think that they trust what they were afraid of, and just try to keep this as quiet as possible.
Very well. Go on.
Well, I don't know if you've spoken to the professor lately, but they were quite perturbed after making a bit of a discovery.
Before they go any further, Boughs wants to reach out and be like, I'm very sorry. Have you heard the news?
Telepathically, Dreams will say, probably not.
No. News? What news?
Tier 99 was shut down prematurely.
Actuator to his face area. Oh no. Well, then this is, oh my gosh. Must be the one. Maybe the one who was following them. Or they thought there was following. This is. I have to tell you this. And this is something you must know. So, I think you'll know that the professor's work dealt a lot with the first ones, their legacy, their history, and whatnot. They were a great study of their works. But the thing is that he had recently uncovered several artifacts from one of the Icewell digs that he was running all across Avalon, and they were brought back here to the university. It was something that he had identified as as a something as just sort of as placeholder names, calling them a transistor, an orb, and a piston. Now,
Is he building a
since then-
car?
Yeah.
a transistor car.
Orb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orb. I didn't know what it was yet.
I don't.
He did not quite get enough time to
Ponder the orb.
I misspoke. He didn't get a chance on. I misspoke. He did not get. Sorry, let me just as I'm refreshing my memory here. He didn't get them from any. He didn't get them here from Avalon. He actually got them. They were sent to him. This is erudite collaborator explains this. It was sent to him by someone from Akaton, a mysterious crashed spaceship that was pretty recently occurred there. Was uncovered, and these three artifacts were sent here for the professor to study. But since then, well, there was a attempted break-in to the professor's office, and the professor thought that they were being followed. And this was about a week and a half ago that they received these artifacts. So they took them and placed them in Archive 404, the high security containment warehouse that the university keeps.
So high security, it doesn't exist.
Are they still there?
No, I can only assume that they would still be there. If you wanted to get permission to enter the archive, that might take a few days. But given what has happened to the professor, that the university staff, the university management, what's the one I'm looking for? Faculty, the other university faculty would most likely allow for this. But again, you can understand that the paperwork will take some time to be processed.
Yes.
That's always
yeah.
what takes time. Are you safe?
I think
We
so.
have been threatened just for going to meet them. So, should you be going outside alone?
No, I think I've only got a glimpse of the artifacts, the relics themselves, and I don't have any of the professor's notes upon them. I just have this, knew what was going on. I haven't. I think though someone is expecting me to most likely, if I'm being watched, most likely they're expecting me to retrieve these relics from the archive, and I don't have any plans on doing that.
Do you think the professor's notes might be in his office?
You can check.
Let's go do that.
Unless you have anything else to tell us.
No, there was one other. No, two other things actually. Some professor from Preluria was here around the same time as the break-in attempt. And the weird thing is, I have not been able to find anything about them. They called themselves Zerum, and I've done a search
Oh.
on them and haven't been able to find anything, especially anything about their so-called university that they're from in Preluria. Secondly, also shortly before we sent the relics to the archive, there was this Vesk woman here. Well, arguing with the professor, not quite arguing. It seemed like she was trying to purchase the relics from him and from them, and they would have nothing to do with it, of course.
How did the Vest woman know about the relics?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It was mystery to me.
I'm
Did you
curious.
catch her name?
Gosh, it was something like Vasiliza.
It keeps getting deeper.
Oh.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of parties looking for these relics. It would seem, and I figured what happened with the gosh, if the professor was killed over them, then they must be quite important, perhaps
Do you
even
know who
dangerous.
sent them?
The professor wouldn't tell me. They said they had a colleague had a at Akaton who sent them, but they wouldn't explain. They wouldn't name them.
Thank you for
Let's
letting
go to
us
the
know.
office. Let's go to the professor's office
Yes.
then. But let's not talk about the artifacts if we can. And collaborator kind of shows you up to the office. Dreams, where it is, obviously, and lets you in. It's a small room. It has, it doesn't have that sort of like professory vibe of like bookcases and leather couches and stuff like that. It is essentially an off like a cubicle basically. There's a computer. There's a couple data pads on a filing on a cabinet, and that's about it.
Can I just make a perception check, look around,
Sure.
try to find any of their notes or anything they might have left out before?
Yeah.
1 second. Would you like me to make it just for you?
It's
Yeah,
fine.
secret.
Just fine. You roll however you want to roll.
Okay.
We're all friends here.
No, we're not. I'm hero
there's
pointing
that.
that.
There you go.
Not friendly.
Friendly hero point. What's a friendly hero point between friends?
Oh. Alright, 1 second. How do I? There we go.
You got it.
Much better.
Much better. Okay. Most likely the professor's notes are going to be like on their computer console. But as you look around the room and check out some of these data pads, it does look like what you on sort of like on one of them is a pretty like sort of like you bring it up, almost like it's burned into the screen. It's been on there for so long. An advertisement for Magenta orbital amusement orbital plate. And it does look like the professor was most likely sort of possibly planning a trip up there before this happened. Not that you need to book a shuttle up there. But, you're just checking the times when there's sort of transit up there, right? Not necessarily like you have to buy a plane ticket. It's just like get on the bus and go up to the casino.
Does Dreams detect any magic that isn't normally around here?
No, it's all pretty standard. Probably the professor doesn't go too much into that much magic stuff. They're more of a tech
let's
guy.
Take a look at the computer.
Sure, and give me a computers check. Why not? A 17. I think that's not great, but I think it's enough to get you sort of like basic access in there for what's on that computer. The thing is that as you sort of try to call up the professor's notes, they are suspiciously have been tampered with. You can tell that they are missing. And it does look like someone has basically sort of snatched them up and erased any trace that they existed on the university network. And it would have to be someone who really was pretty good at technology to do that kind of thing.
So someone's remotely accessed it from someplace else.
With the 17, I think you would have think that it's they did it on campus, quote unquote campus, in the building, at some point. Didn't necessarily remote, but it was not necessarily this. It wasn't this computer necessarily.
Sure.
On the network, but not
On
this.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone on the faculty asking collaborator? Is there anyone in the faculty who has been asking questions about the professor or the work?
No, just that weird visiting quote unquote professor.
Did the weird visiting professor have credentials to access the network here? Guest pass?
What would it be? Guest credentials? Yes. He said he would have needed to, send messages back to his university. And he had at the time he had credentials enough to seem to be legitimate, but after doing some research, they were definitely forged.
Yes, the name is known to us.
Oh,
it's someone dangerous.
Oh no! Oh, well, I hope the two of you are being safe. You asked about me, and I hope the two of you are safe.
As safe as we can be, which isn't very, I think.
It seems unlikely.
Yeah. Boughs, Dreams, I have one more. I have a question for you, actually. Did you receive a message this morning from a mysterious
source
about
memorial?
A memorial?
Yes.
Yeah. Anacytes don't do that.
No.
Why?
No.
Are you going to go? It seemed very. But I guess I did know about that he passed away because I got a message about his memorial service. I guess that's don't think
You
anything
simply
about that
didn't
level.
believe that it was real.
I didn't believe it exactly because it was such a strange thing.
Yeah.
But now that you're telling me that he's passed out, then it must be true. Are you going to go?
I suspect it would be interesting, at least to know what it's about.
I would hate to miss anything honoring the professor.
I'm not entirely sure this is to honor him.
Oh, well. Oh.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yes. Okay. And as the lot of you sort of meet up again at Analog a couple hours later, exchange all your information, and start to get that murder board out and get that red string, piece all those pieces together.
Yeah.
we
push
ask
in a
the,
corkboard from somewhere else.
Truly, like I'm getting red string. I'm making connections.
Is there any
conspiracy?
Is that man? Is there anything you want to do for the rest of this particular day?
Well, I think we should collaborate and share all the information we have.
Sure.
Well, yeah. I assume that you do that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it seems like the shape of it is the shape of it is right. There were these artifacts, and there's clearly several different people involved. Clearly, whatever they are so important that someone may have even killed Tierney to get to it. And that's concerning. And also, we have an invite to a weird memorial service.
Another Kesar.
And we know where they live. Or at least where they did live at one point.
Where they did live, yeah.
Can I make a life sciences recall knowledge check to see if I know anything about Kesar from, was it Pulmeria specifically?
Oh, Preluria.
Oh, Preluria.
Those aren't necessarily the same
I think.
person, though.
Yeah, well, give me a roll. Give me a roll anyway.
Because that's where spring. That's where roots from the frost, right? Is from.
Springs from the
No.
frost.
They have a
spring shoots and rooting through frost.
Yeah.
They have
Sorry.
They have a business. They have a chalet here on Avalon. at an ice well.
Oh, I
not too far from
misunderstood.
here.
In the
Yeah,
ice
they
wells.
were separate. I think searches that were found on the computer was looking for this person, but also the professor was looking for information on Proloria.
Brain
Yeah.
connected them.
Yeah.
Can I instead make my life sciences recall knowledge about like the business that they ran?
Sure,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
this,
you might, yeah.
it's a similar kind of thing to what I do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, I know.
Every time I hear spring shoots, I'm like, spring shoots in tasty sauce.
I think they would find that rude if we called them that.
So I think you have at least
Over
a
rice.
passing familiarity with Spring Shoots, and you maybe even met him a couple times. He's basically kind of a xenodruid kind of individual, but this chalet is more. I think you have a bit of a you're more of the not quite a Sherpa, but you lead people, whereas Frost Lookout was the name of his sort of like chalet. He's more of, he owns that place, and he says, "Oh, I'll sell you out. I'll outfit you for going, but I don't lead." He doesn't lead people into it, but he'll tell you like, "Oh, don't go down here. Do this." He's familiar with. He knows the ice well very well, but he knows the ice well.
Doesn't go out himself,
but he doesn't necessarily lead people like the way you do. He's just more of a informational and in a weird way, basically like hotel owner for like. Hospitality but also, yeah. John?
Awesome. Thank you.
You
having heard about these artifacts in this wreck over on Akaton, I might know a little bit about this. Can I use my First One's lore to see if I heard anything about this stuff?
You've got some First One's lore, yes.
Yeah, it's got to come in handy somewhere. It was in one of those player guide things, right?
I'll roll that.
Was it? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know. Two of you got it. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, dreams with a nat 20. All right. I think like Xabi, you are not as plugged into the sort of the latest stuff that's happening. That sometimes that that the professor was also always looking for first one artifacts. They were also
that's how I know.
doing it
that's where I get it from. Yeah,
that's what that's where you got it from. They mainly sort of were focusing on Abalon, but you didn't roll terribly, did you? You rolled a 17. This is pretty
17,
obscure. I think that the 27 the Dreams Guide is going to sort of override it. But like, so Dreams, you did hear a little bit about how this this spaceship sort of came out of nowhere. It's called the Returned, and is what they're calling it. It doesn't necessarily have that's what its name was, but they're calling it that because it seemed to have just sort of come out of nowhere, and everyone suspects it's a First One's craft, and that's why people are poking around in it. And found some of these artifacts. You didn't know that the professor received any that artifacts were found in it and received. That seemed to be pretty secret, but you're familiar enough that it's it's an interesting thing. I don't know what your field of study is here at the university is more maybe I don't know if it's more math and art magic, but like but you're keeping your ear on all this sort of latest scholarly infosphere journals that you heard about this for sure. As the a lot of you sort of gather together all your thoughts and your clues, and I guess the question is, so you probably, if you want to, well, you'd have to leave city to go up to Magenta. You could do that the night before the memorial service, or you could wait until the memorial service and go afterward. What do you think you want to do?
My vote is before because I'm not sure what's going to happen after.
My vote is before also because the person hosting the memorial is supposedly the one that has the business out there.
Well, so they have a business.
Well, no, I'm talking about going up to the casino and the orbital platform, and then there's the ice well.
Right. The orbital platform.
Yeah.
Okay,
the casino is just an extension of striving. It's probably fine.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
I mean, that's where all their mail is addressed to striving. So
Yeah.
that's probably fine.
You know.
It's the same zip code.
If we're going to Magenta tonight, that is fine. We are going back to my place. None of you are dressed for Magenta.
Yeah, we should probably change.
Yeah, and as you head over to the Van Dyne residence to and possibly some shopping in nearby to get ready for a night at the casino. We'll come back to it next time.
Hooray!
Hooray!